Special, where my next guests are the pride of the hill and legends of Dublin GAA, who between them have pulled on the famous blue jersey for over 5 decades, with 14 senior All-Ireland medals between them, all under the one roof. They're the most impressive feat of all is in a house full of dubs, they still have to answer to a Kerry woman. Would you please welcome the GAA dynasty that is the Brogans? So look, guys, you know, the Kennedys, the Kardashians, the Brogans, what does it feel like to be part of a family dynasty?
Ask the lads.
Ask the lads.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Bernard?
Well, he started the party and, as you said, married a Kerry woman, so the Dublin-Kerry connection is a big part of it. But we grew up on tales of the Dublin-Kerry days, and my dad scoring a big goal in Croke Park that I hope you'll talk about.
Don't you worry. We're definitely going to talk about that. I mean,
in a year of Kerry men, it's nice to show a goal for the Dubs.
Yeah, no, it's fair enough. But I didn't realise, because, you know, I grew up watching you and, you know, Heffo's Army and the Dubs coming back from the ashes and that great rivalry in the 70s. I didn't realise that you went above and beyond to infiltrate the enemy, Bernard.
Hard work.
Yeah?
Hard work, I tell you.
You can tell she's not here tonight when you're saying that.
Here tonight. I mean, I worked in Kerry for a year and a half, and while we were down there, I met Jimmy Dean, and Jimmy introduced me to Maria, and we got married, and this is the result here, us four sitting here.
This is
so
this is the result.
Yeah.
So, Bernard, of course, spoke about the goal. That was one of the first goals that I ever remember, you know, sitting on the carpet in Dundrum. This legendary goal, talk us through.
Yeah, I mean, just as an aside, I mean, when I started playing with Dublin in '74, we hadn't won a championship match for 6 years. So it was extraordinary the way the whole thing happened. And we won the All-Ireland in '74. I twisted my knee. I didn't play in '74. I did a cruciate ligament in my knee. And the goal they're talking about was I worked on the oil rigs, which Micheál O'Hare made the famous thing, that comment about drilling for oil. I was in Cherbourg, listening to the Leinster final on a cliff in a car, listening to the Leinster final in Cherbourg in 1977, and I came back for the semi-final.
And we all know where we were. We all know with this amazing moment, an amazing goal, an amazing commentary. This is as good as it gets. Take it away, Michael.
In now to Bernard Brogan. He's in front of the goal. He can't miss. He has it.
He plays that for us every Christmas day.
What, just every Christmas? I mean, when did you start realising what a hero this man was?
I had a tough L coming up, so I had my dad and my 2 brothers. So obviously, like, I was late to the game, so they were well established when I got around. So yeah, look, it was I was very lucky to come along. They guided me in the right direction, let's say.
I mean, Alan, you know, you went on to make your own history. Was it inevitable that you were going to follow this man's footsteps?
Yeah, I think, like as Bernard said, it was always obviously in the house. And it's a question we've often been asked, was there pressure? So if there was never any pressure. In fact, my dad actually managed my soccer team as we were growing. That's how little pressure there was to play Gaelic football. But it's a question's often been asked. I suppose there's a few things along the way, like my Uncle Jimmy was a selector on the team from 91 to 95. We used to travel to a lot of matches. So I suppose we were probably exposed to a lot of it. So that probably helped. Obviously, there's a little bit of kind of school and the club and all as well. And I think for myself, I started playing in 2002. Got a little bit of luck with Tommy Lyons coming in as a manager as well. He wanted to go for a youthful team. He put a load of young lads in, of which I was one. And it started well for me from there. But look, I suppose, were we always going to play? It was always, it was always at home in the house. We always loved playing football, and I don't know if it was written in the stars or not, but it was.
Like Alan's talking there, you know, about him managing the soccer team. Whenever he was, you know, standing along the sidelines for an under-12 game, you know, people would assume that having this man in your corner was enough, but actually it was your mother would have been more formidable along the sidelines, Bernard.
Yeah, she was well known across all sidelines, and she actually was very nervous at times in games and aggressive at times. But in Croke Park, she used to walk the back of she couldn't watch us play, she used to walk the back of the stadium. She got to know all the stewards. But a story down in a local rival game where I was getting a few clips off a lad. She come on the pitch one day with an umbrella trying to clip him, and I was trying to hold her back, because she would have probably got a dig off the fella that was clipping me. So yeah, she was. They were both on their sideline as kids, and that was a big part of us. It wasn't pressure, but there was an environment there to get out there and enjoy ourselves. My mum and dad actually had 10-year tickets in the Canal End when we were playing, and my mum used to watch the first 5-10 minutes of the match, and then she'd be gone. So she got no use out of the 10-year tickets. You know, she'd been better off at home watching on the TV, but I suppose it was nervous times. And in those days, we were losing probably more of the big matches than we were winning, unfortunately. So
yeah, Alan played from 2002 to 2011 and didn't play in an Ireland final. 9 years. Even though we all think now today that Dublin are dominant, but at that time, 9 years without getting to a final.
Yeah, it was a long time coming whenever the drought finally broke. Paul, you were 16 before you even really took a notion that you wanted to play Gaelic. Why was that?
Well, I was abruptly told. There's a story I've told a couple of times that there's an article, I won't tell what paper it was, but an article about, and it was discussing my dad's career and how the goal and how exceptional he is. And then Alan was already well established at that kind of stage, and how well he's doing. And Bernard was starting to come along, you know, and really starting to look like he's going to be the next thing. And then she goes, and Paul plays golf. so that was.
He was a good golfer.
Yeah, I was a very good golfer. But that was the end of my golfing career. But since then, now all I seem to be recognised for is me dancing now. Since then, so yeah. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, because I'm a terrible dancer. So I don't know if that's translating either way. But
well, look, I mean, a brilliant footballer. We actually, we have a picture of you here in the famous Dublin strip. Is that the away strip or the training strip?
So I was going to wear that tonight, so my mum wouldn't let me.
You spoke about 2011 there, Bernard, and how long the wait was, and you guys were there. The emotion that day, Alan, talk us through the emotion and what it meant. Well, what it meant to the whole of Dublin, let alone your family.
Yeah, well, I think as my dad said, like, I'd been on the road 9 or 10 years at that stage. I'd lost four All-Ireland semi-finals until we managed to win one in 2011. And I think kind of winning that match, and we all remember, it was obviously a special moment. I think like the outpouring of emotion, not just with the team, right across the whole of Dublin, was amazing for the 3 or 4 months after. And like, it was amazing to see how much it meant to. There's my little lad Jamie there on the TV. He's not so little anymore.
You'll be happy with that.
But it was a huge. It was so big in the city at the time, and now it's that. So we went on to win like a few All-Irelands after that, the other 5 in a row after that. But I think that year it'll never be repeated, I don't think, in our lifetime, what Dubs experienced, what the team, the Dubs experienced.
What I love is you telling that story and just the smile on your face. What was it like to have those boys out there?
You asked some of the other guys about the best moment in Gaelic football was Bernard got the ball, he put it on the ground, and he called Stephen Cluxton up. And Stephen Cluxton came up and put it over the bar. It was just...
It was a little out of Bernard's range. That was your happiest moment, me passing the ball over.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a wee bit of time wasting there just to get the clock down, And then there was another thing you did, didn't you? You were doing a bit of that. You were testing the wind as well.
As much time as we could.
Legendary stuff. There was a bit of a sibling connection between you guys, wasn't there? A bit of a psychic connection on the pitch. Between yourself and Alan.
Yeah, when Alan retired, I started to get less balls kicked into me. In fairness, Alan was a corner forward, and when I came in, I went inside. He had more of an engine. He was a worker. But he used to look for me inside all the time, and then Paul Flynn and Dermot Connolly be a great connection. When Alan went away and finished up and retired, the balls started to come in fewer and far between, and then the game got more condensed. But I'd love to play the game it is now, with the way it's opened up a bit now, and there's a chance to get a ball one-on-one again. So it's great to see the game back.
Is this your way of saying you're available for this season, Bernard?
Well, we're just trying to get Alan back. He said he had a hamstring injury, but we're trying to get him back for the over 40s now. He's fine.
We're recruiting for the over 40s.
We're recruiting for the over 40 to get one more All-Ireland.
So look, let's talk about the next generation, because obviously 2011, that started a run of 7 All-Irelands. There was a Brogan on every team. You got the kids now, I'm assuming are they steeped in it?
They are playing, yeah. We've 5 boys between us and a little girl, Afric. Bernard's a little girl, Afric. So it's look, they're all playing lots of sports, and I suppose we've taken a little bit like my own mum and dad, there's not too much pressure on to play. They're all playing soccer, they're playing Gaelic, and they're doing athletics and stuff. So I think that's the best way for any kid to be. And look, you don't want to put pressure on any kid, but it'd be great if we saw one of them up there in a blue jersey one day. But what will be, will be.
What would that mean to you, Bernard, if you saw?
Well, look, it's special. I go out every week with the kids. And we had the most amazing time when the lads were growing up, and I'm looking forward to I hope it lasts long enough to see them playing, you know. So by the time the kids grow up, I mean, I'd be an old man, older than I am today.
Well, look, by the looks of the handshake that you give me there whenever you come out, I reckon you can still do a job at full forward. So, they're staying with us. We'll have one more time for the Brogans.